Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. I hope so far that you're having a great new year. Today I'm going to be doing the DCP Tag. Alright, so I'm just going to jump right into it with the questions. So first question is, how did you hear about the Disney College program? And I don't really remember when I first heard about it. It wasn't probably first heard about it a few years ago when I was in college. A friend that I worked with applied for it and she got in, so I heard about it from her. And I also think my mom had seen about it and told me about it. So from my mom and a friend that I worked with who had gotten in is where I first heard about the program. The second question is, how was your interview process? And this was actually my third time applying for the Disney College program. And I wasn't really, I honestly just kind of applied on a whim. I didn't really, I wasn't planning to apply. I didn't have all these great expectations or anything like that. It was just one day I was like, hey, I think I'm going to apply for it again just to see. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. That's fine. But I'm going to apply and see what happens. So this time I applied about the second or third day that applications opened up. Didn't hear anything for about a week and a half or so. Then after that I got my email saying that I was being invited to take the web-based interview. So I took the web-based interview. Immediately after I took that, I got an email asking me to schedule a phone interview. So I scheduled my phone interview for the very next day, that night, when I got home from work and everything. And I didn't really, I didn't prepare for it. I didn't really do any planning for this interview because, like I said, I didn't really put a lot of, preparation into applying this time around because I just kind of did it out of nowhere. So I didn't really do anything beforehand for my interview process. Just scheduled my interview. When they called, I answered, just kind of talked to them, answered the questions and asked questions that I had, and I felt pretty good about it for not preparing or anything like that. I felt pretty good about it, and obviously they felt pretty good about it too since I got accepted. But yeah, so that's how my interview process went. Question 3 is, where were you when you found out that you got accepted? So I was actually at school the week that I got accepted on October 4th, and that week the recruiters had been putting on Twitter that they were sending out acceptances that week, and so I'd been watching and watching and watching all week for an acceptance. And then the day that I got accepted, I saw that Oscar put that they were sending out acceptances and they were starting going alphabetical order through the roles. So I was just kind of thinking, I'm like, okay, well, this is what role they're doing right now and whatever. So tried to not worry about it too much. And then I was at school about to take a math test, standing outside of my classroom waiting to go in to take a math test, and I got my email saying that I had been accepted for the Disney College program, and I lost it. I think I took that math test in 15 minutes. I was so excited. I was trying to call my mom. My mom wouldn't answer before I could take my math test, so I had to take my math test and then go tell her. But yeah, so I was at school about to take a test when I got my acceptance. Question number 4 is, what is your role, and also what were your preferred roles? So I've already announced, but my role is merchandise. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be working in merchandise when I'm down there. My preferred roles, merchandise was my preferred role because I've been working in retail for the last 3 or 4 years here at home. So that's what I'm really comfortable with. So that was one of my preferred roles just because I would feel more comfortable doing merchandise. Another preferred role I had was PhotoPass because I just think that would be a really fun role to have, would be PhotoPass. And then my other preferred role would be probably character attendant, so like going around with characters to meet and greets and stuff like that. I think that would be really cool to be able to watch the kids meet their favorite characters and stuff like that. But so yes, my role is merchandise, and those are some of my preferred roles that I didn't get, but that's okay. So next question is, how did you find your roommates and how many did you want? So I'm going to start with how many did you want first, because I feel like I should start with that and then go into how I found them. But I didn't really have a preference as to how many I wanted. I knew I wanted quite a few, so at least 4 total is what I wanted, but I was hoping for 6. But I was open to 8 as well, so I was really didn't really care how many roommates I had. I just knew I wanted a lot. So and the way I found my roommates, I found them through the Facebook page when I got accepted. So me finding my roommates was kind of a long story, but long story short, I waited to accept my offer so that I could try and find roommates and see what date that they had, so that I could accept that date. Instead of picking a date and then finding people with that date, I was going to try and pick people and then choose the same date they had. So, helpful hint for anyone going into the program thinking they might want to do that: don't do it. Accept your program, choose your date, and then find your roommates, because I didn't, and it was kind of stressful. So I didn't pick my date. I found roommates, went in to pick my date, and I couldn't choose that date. It wasn't available anymore. So I had found these roommates and been getting to know them, talking with them, and I found out I couldn't even room with them. So then I had to look for another group of roommates, and it was kind of funny. I had been talking to 2 different girls, Alexis Marie and Taylor. I had been talking to both of them separately about seeing if I could be one of their roommates and maybe join like one of their groups, and then come to find out they were both in the same group. So I was like, well, that's just meant to be that we should be roommates. So right now we have 5 roommates total. Myself, Alexis Marie, Taylor, Emily, and Jessica are my roommates, and I found them on the Facebook pages. So we're really excited and can't wait for our housing registration to come out, which we're hoping is Monday, so we'll see. The next question, number 6, is what are you going to miss? I'm honestly going to miss a lot of stuff, because I'm getting a lot of my friends have gotten engaged and are going to be getting married while I'm gone, and I'm kind of bummed out about that. I'm going to miss a lot of weddings. I'm going to miss at least 4 weddings that I know of. So my apologies to all my friends that have been sending me invitations to their weddings. I'm so sorry that I'm not going to be able to make it, but I hope you understand. And I'm also going to miss, I've been going to Honduras for the last 3 summers on a mission trip. And so working in Orlando this year, I'm not going to be able to take that trip during the summer. I'm still looking into seeing if I could take it later in the year. If I don't extend and I get home, maybe go in December or something like that. But so I'm going to miss going to Honduras and seeing all my friends there and all my little babies. And you can see right here and right here, these are some of the pictures from Honduras of some of my kids there. But yeah, so I'm going to miss that. And of course, I'm going to miss my parents. This is my first time ever living on my own, so it's definitely going to be an adjustment. I'm an only child, so it'll be an adjustment for all of us, but I'm really excited, and I know they're excited for me, so yeah. All right, moving on from the sad stuff. Next question, number 7, is what is your favorite Disney park? I don't really know. They're all, I like all of the parks, and they're all so different and unique that it's kind of hard to choose. But I think if I had to choose, I would probably say Hollywood Studios, just because I like the environment of it. I feel like it has a travel through time, decades feel to it that I just really like. Also, it has the Beauty and the Beast show there, which is my favorite, so that's probably another reason that I really like Hollywood Studios. But yeah, so Hollywood Studios is probably one of my favorite parks at Disney World. Alright, question 8 is what is the first thing you want to do when you get there for your program? when I get there, I'm actually going a few days before my program starts to have time in the parks with my parents. And then all of my roommates are going to be coming in like throughout that time that I'm there. But Sunday night before we check in on Monday, we're all going to meet up at Disney Springs. So I'm really excited to be able to meet everyone and just meet up and actually see each other in person and not have to text each other through Facebook or Messenger or whatever, just be able to be together. But that first week before we're able to get into the parks, we've got a few things that we want to do. So just hanging out with my roommates, going shopping, getting all the stuff we need, and just doing some fun stuff around the park. Not around the parks because we can't get in, but around the resorts and go resort hopping and different things like that. So I'm really looking forward to being able to spend time with them because I know that first week is probably the most time we'll ever get to spend all together. So I'm really looking forward to that. Next question is number 9, and it's, what is the number one thing on your Disney college program bucket list? And if you watched my last video, you know that was my bucket list video, so you kind of heard all of the things that I talked about in there. I didn't really say like one thing that was like my number one overall thing for my bucket list, and I don't want to be cheesy and say like have the best program ever, because, and I do want to have the best program ever. I hope I have a great time, but that's like, I feel like that's just kind of a given, and I don't want to take that as my number one spot for my bucket list. So I actually watched, and if you're not subscribed to his channel, you need to go subscribe to Prince Charming Dev. I was watching his video that he posted yesterday, where he took some of his friends to go watch the fireworks, and he told us, he was like, it's a surprise that a lot of people don't know about. And it was really cool. Like, he took them to the top of the Contemporary Resort to watch fireworks. So that's something I really want to do, and I would say that's probably number one on my bucket list right now. That and getting an empty picture on Main Street, that would be really cool. But yeah, so that's my number one for my bucket list. All right, number 10. Last question is, what is one thing you hope to take away from the program? There's so many different things that I hope to take away from the program. Great friends, memories, lots of adventures and stuff like that. But I'm really hoping that this program will give me, I guess you could say, clarity. I'm kind of indecisive right now as to what I want to do when I do eventually have to come back and finish school and choose a career path. I'm still kind of indecisive as to what I want to do right now, so I'm hoping that being in Disney, being around things that I'm thinking that I would consider being a career path later on in life, not necessarily with Disney, not opposed to it, but I'm not going in looking for a career with Disney World. That's not what I'm doing this for. But I'm hoping to meet a lot of people that can give me advice and input on the different fields that I'm looking at. So I think that would be the main thing that I want to take away from this program, is just clarity and direction as to what my future will look like. So yeah, this has been my DCP Tag video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like this video. Go subscribe if you haven't already so that you can stay updated with my adventures when I move. We are less than 3 weeks away. 3 weeks. So I'm really excited if you can't tell. But yeah, so make sure you're subscribed. Comment down below if you have any questions, anything you want to see, anything like that. I'd be happy to talk to y'all, get to know you better, anything like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you real soon.